The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach is away, and Kirkwood gets a great start.
Kirkwood, no stranger to leading the junior formulas, but this is his first time in the big leagues as Ericsson goes to the outside.
Pato O'Ward trying to make it 3 wide. It's going to be Kyle Kirkwood leading, but side by side, Grosjean and Joseph Newgarden heading into the fountain. This is 1 lane only, Townsend.
Indeed it is. They file in, well, 2 wide there for Will Power, and already is that Helio Castroneves in the wall? It is.
Helio Castroneves, the 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner, smashes into the wall and is out of this race.
Front wing is effectively gone, folded up on the car, and then backed into the wall.
Now they can get that back and get it fixed, but he is out of contention for any great result here. He is a Long Beach winner, and what a shame for the Meyer Shank, the AutoNation Sirius XM car. Oh, just as soon as we go green, we go yellow.
And let's figure out what happened, James. You called it. It's normally single groove through here. Castroneves comfortably inside the number 45 of Christian Lundgaard. Did he get tapped?
No, I think
he just lose it?
I think he took a lot of curb into turn 1. Yeah, cold tires, Townsend. You know, the car's at the back of the grid.
Kevin, you don't hear Scott Dixon upset very much, but he is livid about the start of the race. He started 5th. He has lost 2 spots. Here's why he's upset. Hinch, I'd love to get your take on this. He said both Pato O'Ward and Joseph Newgarden were on the gas before the leaders were on the gas. We mentioned earlier, those were the 2 cars in the top 10 that were on the primary tire, so a quick start for them was uber critical.
Scott Dixon, we saw him tag the wall. We showed you that replay, and now he is in to the tire barrier at turn 8. It is a regular trap, no matter what the form of racing here on the streets of Long Beach. But what happened to Dixon?
Look at those skid marks there. Early lockup, both left sides and right sides. You can see the tracks. Braking issue, Hinch. I wonder what happened. Oh, Pato, is that?
That is Pato.
Pato O'Ward inside.
Like I said, this kind of move, you never would have seen this last year or in the last bunch of years here at Long Beach. That new pavement just giving drivers the confidence of throwing it down the inside. And let's see it from Pato's onboard.
And I'm sure Dixon was just surprised.
That's a late move.
It came late, but the contact was square, shoulder to shoulder, perfect alignment. And I would assume IndyCar calls that a racing incident.
Well, that one's on the edge for sure, because you got to think from Scott Dixon's standpoint, he's turned in, committed to the corner, not thinking anyone was there. Then after he's committed his rolling speed, his turn-in point, the car shows up. One thing IndyCar looks at in that type of contact is, what is the outcome? Do both cars go off, come back on? Does one keep going and one's race ruins?
Now, Agustin Canapino stayed out. That's the black and green car you see there, car. He is off sequence with everybody else. So Kirkwood is ostensibly the race leader. You see Helio Castroneves there in the mix. The pink car you see third is Kirkwood, then Newgarden. We're back to racing in the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Kind of a weird situation because Castroneves is sort of trapped. He didn't get the wave around, and now you've got Callum Eilert coming out of the pits in front of his teammate. This is going to stack up all the true race leaders, starting with Kirkwood going back. Watch the frustration develop here quickly.
Oh boy, did you see Marcus Ericsson get sideways on acceleration there in that white and red Husky chocolate Honda for Chip Ganassi Racing. Sideways goes Canapino.
That allows Helio Castroneves now to try to get around Canapino. He's going to do it on the outside of turn 6, side by side, as we see one of the McLarens, Pato O'Ward, going inside of Grosjean.
Oh, it's on.
Slow.
Look at this. Down to turn 8. Here comes O'Ward again. Pato O'Ward spins. Ericsson hits him. Kirkwood gets away with it.
And O'Ward thought, oh, I got Scott Dixon. Now I can get Kyle Kirkwood, but it was too much, too late, and O'Ward goes backwards.
That was desperate from the championship leader.
Imagine what Kyle Kirkwood's dealing with right now. He was leading comfortably. Now he's got lap cars and chaos as Newgarden's in the lead.
My goodness, what a wild restart. Cars out of mix, out of the order. Scott McLaughlin has vaulted his way up there. Here goes Newgarden. He wants to get through this traffic. This is Helio Castroneves wheel to wheel in turn 1.
Clear.
The defending race winner is clear of that. There's just one more, and he's going to take off with a clear road ahead. Here comes Colton Herter. Look at this yellow and black Gainbridge Honda. Sweeps around the outside, which gives him the inside run. Doesn't need it. He's already there. Herter past McLaughlin. And look in the background. Here comes Marcus Ericsson as well.
We're definitely at that crossover point, Townsend, with those alternate tires.
Absolutely, and you want to watch the young local kid hunt. Colton Herta will gobble up the gap in front of him and catch his teammate Grosjean very quickly as Kirkwood and Grosjean trapped a little bit behind Newgarden right now.
And here comes Ericsson looking down into turn 6. No protest from Scott McLaughlin. Realizes you're probably going to lose more time by fighting that for the next few corners as we see Rinus VeeKay on the inside of the 45 of Christian Lundgaard.
One thing we know about Newgarden is this battle continues.
Whoa.
Wow, that got close. Lundgaard on the outside, and I don't know if he can make it work there.
Hold on, good work.
Rinus VeeKay very kind to leave a ton of space for Lundgaard at the apex.
That could have been ugly. And Benjamin Peterson, bottom of your screen, the Sexton Properties Chevrolet for AJ Foyt Racing.
If it's not running, it'll bring a yellow for that 55 of Peterson.
He's stranded turn 1 in the runoff area.
This is what Joseph Newgarden really kind of wants. It's still a little bit early, obviously.
Too early.
But it's too early for everyone, so you can get off of those alternate tires. You see him giving the international sign of I need to be started. They could try to leave it local, yellow, and get him restarted and not go full course caution.
Yeah, but that's a dangerous spot to put the AMR safety team. Let's see what happened to Benjamin Peterson. Those right sides get on that fresh painted line. He overcooks it. Back end goes out, and it looks like a full 360, but at that point the car is stalled. So local yellow, it stays green.
Again, the AMR safety team there to assist this rookie driver and get him fired up and get him going again as quickly as possible. So 45 into this 85 lap race, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. There's a good sign. He's fired up and away he goes.
And then this happened.
Marcus Ericsson has been on a real surge, and even if he has to try and do it in another orthodox way, unfortunately it didn't work out for the Indy 500 winner there because he overshot a little bit. Watch this. Goes to the inside of Colton Herta.
You see the huge bumpy hits. It sort of gets the car oscillating a little bit. He locks up, does a great job to get the car rolling again and avoid the wall, but loses the position back to Herta.
Colton Herta with an equally impressive bit of driving there to cross up Ericsson.
And Ericsson did get Colton Herta in the end.
I wonder where that happened.
He's had such good pace all weekend long. He got sort of caught up in that turn 8 incident with Pato O'Ward, lost a bunch of track position, but the car right now, this number 8 red and white Husky chocolate car right down the inside of turn 1, textbook stuff, no real fight.
Coming out of the hairpin is Romain Grosjean and Joseph Newgarden. Look on your screen to the bottom there. Here it is. It's a drag race. Kirkwood is off that pit lane speed limiter. He's going down to the bottom there. Here comes his teammate. Kirkwood's going to beat them both out, but he's on cold tires. Can he hang tough? Can he do what Newgarden did last year? It's all to play for with 31 to go.
Andretti Autosport running 1-2 at Long Beach after making their last round of stops. And for Kyle Kirkwood, he got it done on that in-lap. Low fuel, he saved the pace, and he turned up the wick to get the lead.
2 laps more than Joseph Newgarden, 1 lap more than his teammate Romain Grosjean, and that was the key for sure. Got a nice gap when he came out, even though his tires are cold. Doing a great job on this outlap, keeping Grosjean at bay.
It is what it is now. You got to save a ton of fuel for us. We got like fuel 90 to the end. Just sit there and save. We'll sort it later. We'll just save what we can here.
And that is a big number for him to save. In fact, a moment ago, the reason the 8 of Marcus Ericsson went past Joseph Newgarden, Tim Cindric said, you're going to have to let the 8 go by and the 26 of Colton Herta if we even have a shot to make it to the end.
I'll tell you, another thing that's going to play into this, guys, is push to pass. Look at how many seconds Grosjean has left. 158. Kirkwood just 70. Ericsson only 37.
1 to go. Get to the finish, bud. You got less than 2 miles. Kyle Kirkwood before you're an IndyCar race winner.
And to get
hard as you want.
To get your first one here, he's been told he can go as hard as he wants. This is essentially one of the majors of open wheel racing. The Grand Prix of Long Beach. This will mean so much to this young driver, Alexander Rossi, it looks like, down in the tires.
That's terrible for Rossi, who was having a really good race.
That's down in turn 9, I believe. That's very unfortunate. He was running comfortably in the top 10.
He was in the top 10, and that was going to bode well for his points haul as well. In the NTT data, Arrow McLaren Chevy. What a shame. Last time up the back straight for Kyle Kirkwood. One of the most celebrated road to Indy drivers because of his phenomenal winning record. He had to answer a lot of uncomfortable questions last year in his rookie year. It didn't pan out the way that he had hoped, but the famous Andretti name with a young American behind the wheel, Kyle Kirkwood, is your latest IndyCar race winner. He wins the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Let's go, Ron! Yeah! Oh my gosh, thank you so much, guys. Amazing job, amazing job.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.